I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy.
I'm no better than you. I got low SAT scores just like you. I can't read just like you. That phrase, I'm no better than you. There's so many ways to unpack that, Doc, but I digress. The mic is yours.
I thought he was going in a humanistic direction. I thought he was going to say, I'm just like you. I was born of a woman. I'm just like you. I'm going to die just like you. I'm just like you. I got to deal with the death of loved ones. But no, he didn't go in that humanistic direction. When he thinks of black people, he thinks of lower SAT. Now, see, we see that in the Trump administration, too.
Yep.
That's what DEI and the vicious attack on DEI was. It's the low SAT. That's one of the core pillars of white supremacy. We are less beautiful, we're less moral, and we're less intelligent. Don't play with us like that.
So black Democrats are in an uproar and they're upset because W folks again done showed their true colors and showed you who they are, right? Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was down in Atlanta talking to the black mayor. And, you know, he made some comments where he was saying, hey, man, I'm just like you guys. Now, mind you, I often and always tell you guys, they feel like they have to dumb themselves down for you to be equal to them. Because they are at a level here and you are at a level beneath them. This has been their historical narrative for years. From Africa to America to everywhere, right? To everywhere. Frederick Lagarde in Nigeria, we know what he said about the Africans, right? We know what Cecil Rhodes said about the Africans in South Africa, right? We know what P.W. Balter said in South Africa. We also know what King Leopold said in the Congo. We know what they said here in the Americas. People like H.S. Chamberlain and so many have said about the Negro people. So now y'all so shocked because he get up there and he's passive aggressive with these stupid comments. Now you have black folks trying to run interference and trying to speak out for them, and you know, because they're paid to be on that Democratic plantation. But you have a lot of black people that are upset, you know, and they're voicing their opinions.
Gavin Newsom told all these black folks in Atlanta, the ATL, I could relate to you because I got a low SAT score. I've seen a man named Andre in a sunken place. Most Andres I know, they very vocal, but this Andre, the mayor, just took it on the chin. He told you, yeah, I could relate to all y'all because I got a low SAT score and I can't read. That's relatable to the black American community. And this is so on code with that particular party because when they talk about black Americans, it's always talking down on black Americans. Oh, we don't need voter ID because that's suppressing the black American community. They're not smart enough. They don't have enough resources to get an ID. They don't even have computers in their houses. And then when they talk about the immigrants, oh my God, they're so hardworking. They add value to this country. Matter of fact, they built the country, just totally discrediting the ancestry of black Americans because the country was built on slavery, not immigrants. So every time they talk to about black Americans, it's always talking down on black Americans. But yeah, go ahead, key it up. Now, if Trump or JD Vance said anything like in the likings of what Gavin Newsom said in Atlanta, this will be all over the news. Oh my God, they're so racist. Just because you put syrup on feces, that don't make you pancakes, right?
Now, need I mind y'all, we live in America and we've had countless numbers of senators, legislators, congressmen, attorney generals, judges, presidents, everything that said all kinds of horrible things about black people, right? At that time, we were colored, we were the Negroes, we were African American, now we're foundational black Americans. We were called many different things, so I don't know why you guys are so shocked or alarmed or up in arms. It seemed like to me, you just want W folks to treat you nice. You want W folks to give you a pat on the head and say, hey, we're not going to call you the N-word no more. We're sorry, right? We're still going to be racist towards you. We're still going to own and control everything, but we're just going to be nice to you. That's what y'all want.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And, you know, And I'm not trying to offend anyone, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in. My dyslexia, I haven't overcome dyslexia. I'm living with it. I was the guy in the back of the classroom and my head down, just praying the teacher didn't call on me. I went through, I think I lost count of how many schools I had to go to. And, I'll never ever forget. My mom's choice was never to label me. She just had to struggle with me. And I walked in, I'll never forget this. It was probably 8th or 9th grade, walking home, got home early. My mom was always working, so, I'm cooking, literally lived on Stouffer's lasagna, macaroni and cheese. I got finished, 2 pots of macaroni and cheese and got bored. And I went upstairs and there was a file cabinet open and it said Gavin. In fact, she had a weird name, Gavinsky. That was like my nickname. And I opened it up and it was all of these reports from the doctors. And I never realized I was going after school 3 days a week. I didn't know what for. And it was all around, it was the lisp and the reading, the B's and the R's were backwards, spelling witch, W-I-C-H, or, the whole, and I like, what is this? And that's when I learned I had, quote unquote, dyslexia. My mom was furious because she didn't want that to limit me. She didn't want that to be an excuse. But it was freeing because I never understood why it was so easy for my sister and why I was struggling. But I also never, and this is the long-winded point, I also never knew how much she was struggling trying to raise me.
Now, some say he was down in Atlanta and the audience wasn't predominantly black, right? But he's talking to a black mayor. And he's in a city where there's a lot of black people. So we know what he's getting at and why he's saying that. Because he's not in a place like maybe Seattle or Portland or Maine or Vermont. He's not going to go up there and make those statements around them W folks like that. We just know that he's not. We know the history of America. We saw roly-poly on there shucking and jiving with Hillary Clinton and she pulled out hot sauce. And we saw, she put her greens in the bathtub while she married to a W man, right? I mean, it's just a whole bunch of weirdo stuff that go on in this country with black folks, man. With black folks, and then y'all act like y'all be shocked. But I'm not. So Tariq Nasheed, he got wind of this, and he went to social media and he said this.
Come on. Really? Yeah, that's a stereotype. That's not solidarity. They always do that when they get around us. Yeah, that's kind of that the Democrat play. They get around us and all of a sudden, I make greens in a bathtub. I carry hot sauce in my purse. I'm so relatable to you guys. I listen to Cardi B and I do the Dougie. That's their play. Every time they come around us, man, it's some weird stereotype that they're trying to be relatable to us with. Family, they don't really kick it with us like that. They don't know the nuances of foundational Black American culture like that. They only know the stereotypical peripherals, which they promote that makes them feel better. They don't really know our get down. Like, this shows how out of touch they are. So this fool thought he was going to be relatable, talking about how he can't read. Hey, look, I'm just like y'all. I can't read for shit. Well, okay. Yeah, that's not relatable. Yeah. Because, see, that reads as blackness equals low academic performance and illiteracy. That's not how you relate. Yeah? And that's that soft bigotry of low expectation. People are tired of that. Yeah? You're trying to connect with us. You got to lower the bar. Everything has to be about some shucking and jiving when they come around us. Yeah? And it's insulting because it treats the audience like they'll only welcome you if you make yourself small. You understand? It's like the messaging is, okay, you can't get around black people and be too intelligent. You got to shuck and jive a little bit. That's what Kamala was doing. That's why she lost. Yeah, nobody wants all that shucking and jiving. Where's the tangibles? Where's the policies? Yeah? And it's that talking down vibe. It frames black people as the benchmark for underachievement. He could have said, hey, look, I struggled. I got dyslexia and I worked through it. Instead, he made blackness the reference, and that was the reference point when he was speaking down. Like, don't worry, I'm not better than you. Like, no, no, just because you can't read, no.
All I'm saying is stop seeking validation from these people, please. I mean, just stop seeking validation from these people, man. I mean, God darn, they're not our friends, and they've never tried to be our friends. They let us know who we are and where we stand with them, and they went out of their way and over history, over time, to let us know who we are and where we stand with these people, man. We foundational black Americans. We got to stand up for ourselves. We got to do business with the corporation here in America. That's what we got to do. We ain't worrying about friends or civil rights or none of that kind of stuff, right? These people believe that they have to dumb themselves down for us to have equality with them, right? And they have the right to govern us. They wrote this in their writings. It's not me saying it. This is what they say about us, right? So it alarms me whenever they do something racist or say something that's deemed to be racist. We be so shocked. I can't believe they said this. This is an outrage. Why? What more do they got to do to you in this country? He already struck down our reparations. That dude ain't like us, man. But, man, listen, man, it is what it is. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think, man. What's your opinion on this? If you made it this far in the video, hit your like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.